Oh, what? Oh. Can they hear me?
Yes.
Woo! I'm so happy. Hi. Oh, I'm so shiny. Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. So happy. Today is our launch party day. Are we still playing music, Mark? Woo! It's a party! Party!
We're just waiting for people to jump up and join
All
us.
right. We are waiting. I cannot tell. This has just been 2 years in the making. Really, almost 2 years. I think I called Joel 2 years ago for the first time. So it's just been what a ride. And here we are, finally giving birth to the baby. This is the pub date day for my newest and most beloved Oracle card deck, the Dreamweaver's Oracle. We're here to celebrate that and celebrate you and give away prizes and, and just share some love today together. You know that I love doing this. This is sort of my well, it's not sort of my passion. It's my passion. It's my real calling too. And when actually I could call it a yelling rather than a calling, because whenever a deck wants to be born, it sure as hell knocks me over, knocks me for a loop. And this one challenged me to the core and asked me to make some big changes, which I did. And I'm so grateful that I did. So I want to, before we start, mention my team. If you only knew what it took to get this off the ground, my husband, it needs a prize. Okay. So he's like setting everything up. My whole team is here, making sure that this gets to Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all the stuff and all the technical stuff that gives me a heart attack. But they did it, and we're here to serve you with this fabulous deck. So I want to thank everybody for pre-ordering a copy of the deck. We are now already a #1 bestseller on Amazon. We reached that even before today. So I want to thank all of you, because it wouldn't have gone to #1 without you. So thank you. And if you haven't got it yet, and you still want to participate also in the contest of giveaways today, you can do it right now. All you have to do is go to ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweaver. It'll take you to your favorite retailer. Click on that, buy the deck, come back, put your information in, and you automatically get in our prize giveaway list, which we haven't looked at yet, and it won't be until it actually happens. So you have plenty of time in the next few minutes to go and get a deck and join us to do that. So I'm just letting you know I have a computer here. You can kind of see the top of it. So all my notes are here. So in case you're wondering what the heck is she doing, is she looking there? We're going to have some fun. And so here is what's going to happen. So we're going to pull cards from the new deck is what we're going to do. Then I'm going to share a little bit about how the deck came to be and how the new artist and I partnered for the deck. It's a wild story. It's really great. I'm going to pull some of you up on screen for readings. Yes, I am. This is going to be so fun. And then I'm going to give some decks away for those of you who are participating live in the chat, which means you have to be talking. We have to be able to see you live in the chat. My team is there looking at all the names. They're going to be basically playing spiritual roulette and putting their finger on your name, and that'll be that. So be in there. I'm also going to lead us through a beautiful guided meditation for you to meet the Dreamweavers. And then I'm going to answer any questions that you have about this new deck. And for those of you who ordered your decks and entered the giveaway, you do it at ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweaver. I am going to announce the 5 winners of the freaking gorgeous, I didn't say a bad word. Okay. The gorgeous card art. You're going to get a poster, stunning print of the Dreamweaver's Oracle front, the cat, the curled round the moon card. It's so beautiful. And the artist himself, Joel Nakamura, signed the beautiful art. So let's start. I'm going to pick a card to get grounded. I actually just did it while Mark was getting everything settled, and it's my absolute favorite card in the deck. I'm going to show it to you. If I can show it to you, I could stick it in a little. Where do I do it, Mark?
Cover your face.
Cover my face.
Pull it back a bit.
Put it back a bit.
Okay, no.
Oh! Can you see?
Yeah, now tell them what it is.
Okay.
Don't show your face.
Oh, I don't have whatever. If the river flows this way, it's card number 4. Should I do it again, Mark?
No, it's all fine.
Okay, good. We're going to do the best we can today, Mark. Okay, so I'm going to read what this says. So this is all about the importance of going with the flow, feeling the sense of being one with the currents of life, and trusting you will never drown. Or as your destiny wants you to go this way. So often we feel that we're moving against the current. And this is telling all of us today to get grounded in the fact that no matter what is in front of us, we get invited along the way and we're asked to go with the flow, even if it's not the flow we think we should be going with. So just in a brief, it says the flow state is a way of surrendering and trusting the benevolent forces of life. It's surprising we don't spend more time here, as it's an amazing creative place to be, magical and peaceful, yet brimming with potential. Flow is a state that's readily accessible through any activity that captures your effortless focus, such as meditation, dancing, painting, even taking a shower. And right now you're being invited and guided to go with the flow, to allow the currents of life to move you forward without resistance. You don't need to struggle, to plan, strategize, to resist or push. This is not about effort. The magical river knows where it's going and where you fit into its plan. Allowing and surrendering is what it's called for now. No matter if the water becomes choppy or feels like it's carrying you in the wrong direction, you will not drown. This is one of the most creative and life-enhancing times for you. And all you must do is allow and learn how to allow. When your inspired ideas come to the surface, follow along. If the river flows this way, go with the current, for this is for your highest good. Just keep doing what you've been doing, weaving your dreams and desires in a graceful rhythm, and all will be well. Isn't that a great card to begin this? I love it.
Amazing card, amazing.
It's a beautiful card, isn't it? So I want to show you, maybe tell me how to do it, Mark.
Yeah, cover your face.
My face is
Bring it
covered.
back a little bit.
Back.
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Hold on. Hold on. We'll make it happen. There we are. There it is. Yes.
There it is. Can they see that?
Yes.
It's a beautiful. So I'm going to read it to you now. You are more than you know, meant for a magical, meaningful life. And that's what's written inside the card box. And that's the thing we have to remember. We have co-creative abilities. We make our choices, we make our decisions, and then the universe, the spirit, responds and reflects back to us who we are. Even the parts of us that are unconscious, they're always reflecting back to us. So we always have incredible, incredible capacity to choose deliberately how we want our lives to become, both staying present to what life throws at us, because it's life on life's terms, as well as our capacity for co-creation, which is why we say we are more than we know, because our intellects don't know that, but our spirit sure does. Our spirit knows no bounds. I just want to quickly, the making of the Dreamweaver's Oracle. So let me move this a little forward here. Okay, so all the cards, let me just tell you a little bit about this. I'm just a little lost here for a second, guys. Just 1 second here. All righty, here we are.
Story of making the deck.
Yes, okay. I'll just tell you the story about how we made the deck. Okay, I don't have that in my notes. Isn't that it somehow wasn't there? Of course you need to know how we made the deck. So if you haven't seen the video yet, don't do it now. But after this celebration is over, you've got to go check it out at the Dreamweavers page at ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweavers, because there's this fabulous mini documentary my husband shot, and just, it's so cool to really tell you how this worked. But anyway, I'll just in a brief tell you what happened. So every time I do an Oracle card deck, I get a download. And I was actually working on another deck altogether that also I felt it was a tarot deck, and I was feeling kind of like, okay, I got kind of itchy. I get it itchy for the deck. And now I know what happened, Mark. We missed a card. So I'm going to just tell you about the making, and then we're going to pull a card. Okay. So I get itchy. I really get itchy. So it never comes from my intellect, ever, not comes from my head. So when I was working on this other tarot deck that I also knew needed to be hand drawn, nothing was working. It just felt like I was pushing it. But then I kept having these other images in my head that made no sense to the tarot deck. So I canceled that project and just said to Hay House, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm not feeling it. So So when I meditate is what happens. And then I start to see these pictures. So I started seeing these like look like hieroglyphs or petroglyphs on a cave wall. And these funny little creatures that were kind of like showing themselves to me, but it was like hand drawn on a wall. And then they felt like then the whole cosmology downloaded into my head. So it was in the meditation. It's like I got this inspiration of a story, and it was a myth. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It was a myth of these beings that were here before the cosmos was created. And these beings were weavers. And they were these strange things that wove our dreams into reality and helped the great spirit or God or the universe or consciousness. They were the weavers on behalf of consciousness. And so they weave our dreams and desires and who we are and all of life into the world. And so they're in the invisible realms, in the hidden realms, and they are here to help us. And what I saw on the cave wall, like the story was that they had come before the earth, and now they're back. They've come back to help us in our time of need. So I'm like going, okay, well, how am I going to find anybody to do this? It's impossible. Because I wrote all down this stuff, and I started looking for artists, and I was beside myself because I couldn't find anybody. So I finally called my girlfriend Althea, and I said, I'm having such a hard time, and I don't know what to do, and I know I got to trust. And she stops me in the middle of my conversation as I'm complaining. She goes, I know the perfect person for you. I just had lunch with him. I'm here in Santa Fe. He's a Japanese American artist named Joel Nakamura. He's really famous, super humble and super amazing. And he teaches all over the world in these famous art schools. And guess what? He just told me the other day that he's always wanted to work on an Oracle card deck. But like, was he going to want to work with me? Was, like he could do his own thing. But anyway, so I got his phone number and I called him up. Anyway, I just babbled away at him as I do. And he was totally into it. And, we are so opposite personalities, but we had this incredible experience. I told him over the phone that they were lyrics, like, cause I'm a songwriter too, but there were lyrics that these beings said they were lyrical names. Like, for example, when coyote calls your name, when the river flows this way, when you hear a Sasquatch sigh. So there was these kind of lyrics. And I said to him, they have to look like this and this and this. And I was like, really, this is how I am. I'm like, these are all the details. And he was just sent me off a piece of paper. He scribbled and took a picture on his phone and sent me the pictures. And I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly what I saw on the cave wall. This is like totally it. And he felt it too. So we had this mystical thing that happened to two of us. It was like we were being used in service, and they were so loving. These Dreamweaver characters were so loving, and we were both filled with so much love. So that was what I'm giving you, is all this love, because it's what we need. And Oracle decks are for that. They're navigational tools so that you can use them when you feel lost, or when you want to know that you're in the right direction, and they can confirm your path, or they could show you the unknown and remind you that you are not alone. And that's the point of the deck. So this is one of the reasons why the deck is it was never created to be read in the upside down position. It's only read upright. So you're only going to read these cards when they're upright, and the messages are quite, they're quite robust. And they tell you, basically they reflect to you what you need to think about, what you might need to do, what you might need to change, what you might need to remember or be reminded of, in a very loving yet strong way, because it brings us a sense of true reflection. So I cannot tell you how thrilled I was. And I was scared. I got to be honest, I was super scared because, I had done digital art with one of my dearest friends, who actually became my dearest friend over the years. And it was perfect timing because it was time for her to do her own decks also. So it actually happened for me and my other artists, like in the most perfect way. Jenna and I both went off to do our solo albums, basically. And now we're both here and happy, and it's just so great. So I needed a different perspective. I got it, and I'm super happy. So what I'd love to do is share with you a card and ask and ask the cards, what do we need to know today, all of us? And what message do all of us need today to stay in alignment with our highest good, even if we don't know what that highest good is? The Dreamweavers know. That's what we're going to ask. So I chose the card number 16. Mark, tell me when I'm doing it.
Hold on. Yeah, put it right there and don't move. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Alrighty. So going back to this. Okay. So I'm going to read it to you. It's called Underneath the Lizard Skin. Now I want you all to really sit, even close your eyes and hear this. So shedding the skin of the past, temporary vulnerability as you process something new, releasing resistance to change. There is only one constant in life, and that is change. We are not always aware of how things evolve within us. Sometimes the process is slow and organic, while other times its rapid pace is unnerving. I know what that means. This is the state you find yourself in now, the swift peeling away of the layers of your life that no longer serve or protect you. Be willing to let go of everything you know that impedes your progress. These things you need to release are hindering that flexibility that you need to be in the world. You might feel resistant to what is still new and unknowable, but you have nothing to fear. When a lizard sheds its old scales, there's a new healthy skin waiting just underneath the surface. The tender pink skin hardens quickly as you release the old to make way for growth and new life. You need space to breathe and stretch and grow as nature intended. You've been wanting a new life, a new version of yourself, and you are evolving to that self. So be present to this new time of discovery. This is a sacred experience that is woven into your destiny. Your soul knows the beauty that is waiting for you. Underneath the lizard skin is a sign for you to trust the process of your own magical destiny. Who you are becoming, who are you becoming? The one who is not afraid of shedding the skin of the past to embrace the dream of your future. What a great card to begin this fabulous thing. So now, if you don't have a deck, you can try the digital deck out for free and order your copy at ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweaver. And also as a special bonus, if you buy the deck and come back and enter your order number on my site, this is what I had mentioned earlier on, I'm going to send you 44 bonus journaling prompts that are so good. Oh my gosh, because you can use this as a journaling tool too. So there are 44 bonus journaling prompts, one for each card of the deck, to help you go really deep with your readings for the deck and also your self-discovery, because this is really a reflective tool as well, right? And we are also going to give you a digital copy of my album, my CD, I Am Grace, which is half of music songs. There's seven songs and 8 meditations on this beautiful album. So we're going to gift you the I Am Grace meditation and music album.
Yes, Colette, but we should let people know that you once were an EMI recording
Yes,
artist. And
I was.
this
2 albums out. Yes,
album was professionally produced by a major producer.
Major producers.
It just sounds so amazing, and the songs are awesome.
Thank you.
And the meditations are phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I used to be, now my music is on Universal Music. And so thank you very much. Yes, I was that, but Spirit had other plans for me. I still sing in the shower. No, I sing on Spotify under another name. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to give away. It's time for a giveaway. Let's hear some noise, Mark. Beep. Woo! We're going to give away 2 copies of my brand new deck, the Dreamweaver's Oracle. My team are going to be selecting 2 random winners from all of the comments today. And Mark, who are the winners today?
All right. Our first winner, Colette, is Judy Clapper.
Judy Clapper! What a great name, because I'm going to be clapping for Judy Clapper. Let's clap for Judy.
And then we have a Maureen Jones.
Maureen Jones! Jones. All right, Maureen Jones. I feel like you get a card. You get a card. No, you don't get a card. You get an Oracle card deck. You get that Dreamweaver's Oracle. Yay. So, congratulations, you two. More coming. Please email teamcbr@ColetteBaron-Reid.com for information on how to claim your prize. And later today, we are going to be giving away 2 more decks, as well as 5 signed copies of the art. Beautiful cover artwork from Joel Nakamura. He's beautiful, beautiful. Remember, to get entered to win those prints, you need to go back to ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweaver. Buy the deck now, and then come back to that page, enter your name, email, and order number. And yes. Okay. So here's what I would love to do. It's time to do a couple readings. Okay. So I'm going to explain this to you. Normally, I only offer readings in my Oracle Circle membership. That's the only place on the planet that you can get this at Spirit Jam. But today's a very special day. So I'm going to invite some of you to enjoy a little taste of what the Oracle Circle membership is like, where you get to join me on screen to get a reading from the Dreamweaver's Oracle. So if you want to be considered for a reading and you're in our Zoom room, it's the only way I can do it is if you're in the Zoom room. Raise your digital hand, then somebody on my team is going to randomly select 2 of you to join me on Zoom. Now, before you raise your hand, I want you to think about something you want specific guidance about from the Oracle cards. Okay, I want you to come up with a question, and I'll help you frame it if you just need the subject matter. Anything, relationships, your career, whatever. We'll have a conversation. I'm going to pull a card, and then I'm going to explain what the card means, etc. Or you can just join me and ask for what does Spirit want me to know. And if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you can still sign up to join our party for the link to get on Zoom to get a reading. But space is super limited for how many people can join the live room. But seriously, the link to sign up for the party is just plain old ColetteBaron-Reid.com/party. How intelligent is that? Right? ColetteBaron-Reid.com/party. Okay. So raise your hand if you want to be considered for a reading. And my team, and here's how to sign it because some of you don't know. Okay. So to raise your hand in Zoom, tap raise hand at the bottom of the screen. The same method can be used to raise your hand on a mobile device. And if you're selected for a reading, you're going to get a notification that you're rejoining as a panelist. So you'll know if you're picked because there's going to be a little beepy thing that says, please join as a panelist. And then when you rejoin, don't start your camera or your microphone until I say your name out loud, or until somebody gives me your name. Okay. So let's get this party started. Who are my people?
I don't know. We got to bring Elizabeth is going to come on.
And while I talk, can I just say, I even love the back of the cards. Like while we're waiting, I'm going to just show you this.
Don't show your face.
No, I'm not showing my face. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just like so amazing. When I went to a studio, I almost started crying. Well, actually, I did start crying. When we actually flew down to see him in Santa Fe and see all the art on the walls, which actually we ended up getting all the art. We now own all of the art, which is so amazing. And they're going to be all over our house and studio, etc. It's just incredible. So amazing. Okay, so look at all the people. Hi, everybody.
Oh my God.
Who said, oh my God?
Me. Oh,
Okay, I'm hearing somebody.
me? Tanya?
Who's me?
Tanya.
Tanya. Okay, I can't see you.
Oh
so
my
I'm gonna-
God. I can see you.
You can. Okay, great. Tanya, I just need to be able to hear you. So hi. Now I can see you. Hello, Tanya.
Hi.
Hello, darling. Okay.
Oh
So-
my gosh.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And it is my pleasure to do a card reading for you.
What
So-
an honor.
Oh, it's my honor too. I would be not here without you. So tell me what your question is, hon, and let me pull it up.
Whatever spirit wants me to know.
All right, perfect. So
All of the above.
all of the above. All righty, here we go. All the diamonds in the sky. So
Woo!
this is I love your enthusiasm. So I'm going to read it to you. It's card number 10. limitless potential and possibilities that are unique to you. Moving out of limiting beliefs, it's an invitation, right? Reaching for the stars, but trusting you will reach them. Because I think you've struggled with that a little bit. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to read the cards from the guidebook for everybody, and then I'm going to give you another take on my feelings for you about this. So often the only things that separate us from the life we want to live are our beliefs and the inner stories we tell ourselves about them. Perhaps you've been conditioned to see yourself as limited, less than, or unworthy. Maybe you're worried about the consequences about stepping out of your comfort zone right
Yeah.
now, for the results of your expansion may not please everybody, right?
Mm,
You know how that works. That I know you know how that works. Could it be you don't know the how, so everything looks like too much work, and it could make you feel discouraged? This is one of my favorite cards. So the star you're reaching for may seem out of reach for you, but if you remember you come from the stars, you will see the threads of destiny the dream weavers have placed
wow.
for you to find. Dream big, honey, and don't be afraid to be honest with yourself about what you really want to experience. As soon as you claim it, let go of your resistance to figuring out how it has to go. All right,
Amazing.
as surrender and shift from merely wanting to consciously intending. You will see the thread connecting you to the star that was there all along, step by step. The way forward will be revealed, and the how will be in the very capable hands of the universe. Do you need a Kleenex? You're going to make me cry. Believe in the power of the divine that exists in all things and especially within you. Believe in yourself, and you're going to soon see that magic. No man-made construct can rob you of your inner light or the expression of your dreams, as they are sacred and holy. Keep going. You're on the right track. Like all the precious diamonds sparkling in the sky, this star of yours matters. So I'm going to add to this. I really feel this has been something you've been struggling with for the past year or so. Is this correct?
Yes, it is for the
Right?
last few years. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I even think before the pandemic, right? Even before
Yes.
the pandemic. So this is what's really important for you to remember is this. There's two things going on. All those old voices of your childhood, like you're
Mm,
not enough, you're not good enough. This is you're all those things. And you feel also fearing that if you do become bigger in some way or more expansive, you're going to lose people. Right? Because they won't like it. They want to keep you small, like crabs in a bucket. Does that make sense
yeah.
to you at all?
Yeah. It sure
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Right. So you have to trust, and that's in your own head. It's not what's true, right? So take that step forward, trusting that the next step is going to be shown to you. Sometimes we move forward only with the fog light, like we're in the fog and the light only shines a few feet in front of us, and that's okay.
I seem to be in the fog for a long time.
Well, that's
It's
okay
slow,
because
very slow.
the more you trust that your dreams are true, the more the fog is going to lift for you. So
Okay.
your job next is to start removing some of those blocks. And you do it by being rigorously honest with yourself about looking at yourself going, these are my limiting beliefs. And if I really genuinely want the life I say I want, I'm going to have to intend to have it instead of just wanting to have it and thinking it's never going to happen for me. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, at my age, it does. It's getting older, right?
Honey, I'm going to be 65.
Wow. You don't look it.
65. No work done on my face, nothing. 65 years old, and I'm just beginning. So I don't want to hear that from you.
Thanks, Colette.
Okay. 65. I'm singing again. I'm painting for the first time in 30 years. Don't be doing that. That's a limiting belief. I want you to flush down the toilet. All right. Flush that. Okay. At my age. No way, Jose. Got to get rid of that. Okay. Mwah. Love you.
Love you. Thank you.
Okay. Now, listen, if maybe one of you here in the audience are thinking like, oh my God, she's talking to me, I would be, because for those of you who don't know what a Cledon is, it's an innocent oracle, which means I'm giving somebody else a reading, but you're the one that's benefiting from it. You're listening to it going like, holy shit, she's talking to me. I know she is. And that would be true. So my next person, hello, my darling. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm so
Jackie.
excited.
Woo! Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you.
Thank you for celebrating today with me. So what's your question?
Anything the universe wants me to
Oh,
know.
same, anything? Okay, you don't no subject matter, just like in general?
I'm leaning towards work, but I'm
Okay,
open.
let's see. All right, let's see. Perfect, perfect. Well, I do get a sense that you are trying to reinvent yourself right now. Is that true? Like you're in that page. So let me, before I pull a card, I'm just going to quick give you the intuitive sense. Then I'll pull the card to see what else it says.
I
Okay.
love it. Thank
So
you.
honest to God, I'm feeling the transition for you is you're kind of straddling two worlds. Like you're in one spot and you're trying to get to the next spot, but you're in the in between and you think, when the hell is this next thing going to show up for me? And you got, it's like your heel got caught in the mud over there and you can't really get it out yet. Right. That's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. You need to know it's part of the process. Now let's see what the cards say. Does that make sense to you, what I just said?
Wow. Spot on.
Well, because I'm good at this.
Literally straddling two states.
Okay, so you got if the cat curls round the moon. And what that's all about is about the independence that you need that comes from an intuitive sense of where you need to go next. It's not a cut myself off. It's not a go away, people. It's more, I am growing into this and I need to become independent from that. But let's read it, okay? And then if other people might identify also. Card number 36. I'm all excited now. It's like I get all of this energy. I love doing this. Okay, so here we go. Letting go of codependent relationships. Hello. The value of interdependence. So this is not just your work, although your work in the past has represented more of a dysfunctional family environment, right? Where you're seeing mirrors of some stuff that you haven't really worked through yet, when you realize like, this doesn't work for me anymore. You're not that person anymore. That's why it doesn't work, right? So if a cat curls around the moon, it's a sign to release yourself from your enmeshments and claim the freedom and independence to be your own person with healthy boundaries. Now, that doesn't mean walls, right? It means like yesterday I had to say I wasn't ready for something. I said, I'm just not ready. I love this person, but I'm not ready. And that's okay, right? So you have to say the same thing to yourself. Like, wait, it's not like I'm building a wall and a moat. It's like, no, I'm done now. I have something new I want to explore. And I'm the one that gets to decide, right? That's what you have to say to yourself. I know I'm loving that it's making sense to you.
It is.
So it says here, you might be concerned about the consequences of saying no. And if you've gone along just to get along or engage in people pleasing, that's got to go. So what would happen if you set a boundary and chose what you really wanted, which is what you're doing? Because that's what I saw psychically right away as soon as I saw your cute little face, right? I knew you were heading to the right place, and it's the right place, just so you know. You're going to land, it's going to be great. So don't give your power away to somebody else's reactions. Like poo, 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 who cares what anybody says, right? It's okay, get a Kleenex. I know I make everybody cry. I should mention everyone should have Kleenex when they come on. It's important to choose what feels right and true for you and not look for somebody else's approval that are just built in. They're not going to necessarily, right? So celebrate your uniqueness right now. It's so important. Choosing to do things your way doesn't mean you're doing anything to promote drama or endings. It's like to choose you is not about the other thing at all. It's a healthy separation to have your own views, your own perspectives, and still be engaged, right? Both and. Codependent relationships are always unhealthy and supportive in the long run anyway. So speak up, share your mind, and be okay with learning from others who also have different views today. Also, just it's a learning thing, a conversation. You don't have to agree with them if it's not right for you. But, it's like, hey, it's okay to say, I can hear you, but this is what's right for me. Right. And that's a kind of a maturity thing that you're already moving into. Listen, as people, we need each other. We weren't built to live on our own. And now you are being wholly supported by spirit as a unique being, able to love and be loved and be yourself, allowing healthy interdependence to replace the sticky quality of draining relationships. Oh, I want to just jump and hug you. So no matter what your inquiry, work, personal life, whatever, when a cat curls around the moon, it's a sign to step back and assess what you really want, how you really feel, how you want to feel. And only then can you step forward, and you cannot go wrong.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm not surprised the moon showed up. I'm a Cancer.
Oh yeah, me too, Cancer. When's your birthday?
July 16th.
Well, I'm the 17th.
I know.
Woo!
Yeah.
I understand. Yes, yes, yes. You've also had a Pluto issue.
That
You had to
was-
make Pluto your boyfriend
Yeah,
over the
that
past
was
couple of
deep.
years. I know it's not been an easy road for that little section of Cancerians. Those few days, the end of July. I hear you. So this is a great time for you right now. You've just passed another big astrological thing, and now it really is about building on what you want. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. You will succeed at this, and you're going to be a lot happier, and you're going to be excited to get up in the morning, with this new you. And it just takes a little stretching, from what was to what will be. Just remember, you're on the right path. Okay.
Thank you so much. I
Mwah!
appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful you came. Okay, I think we're gonna give some more stuff away. Is that no? Not yet. One more reading. One more. Oops.
Yes, just so people know, though, we're going to be doing a bunch of
A
readings.
bunch of
and
readings. Yes,
giving
not just.
stuff-
We're just.
giving- Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
and giving stuff away in between the readings.
Right.
and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Readings, giveaways. Readings, giveaways.
So next reading.
Next reading. Okay, who's that? I need to be able to see them. Can you switch the camera?
Elizabeth is doing it.
Hi.
Gregory.
Is that Gregory? Oh my God, Gregory Perkins. I know Gregory. He's in Oracle School. He's an OCM. Hey, Gregory.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing, honey?
I'm good. This is exciting. I love the art. I love all the readings so far. It's great.
Isn't the art amazing? And that was the other thing too. I was trying to make sure that the deck would be completely inclusive. And so the only way was to create creatures and whatever, and just say that anybody can use this deck and know that it means something for them. So I'm super happy. Okay, my love, what is your question?
You know what? I feel like I need to know how to approach my next steps in life. I feel like I've been stepping in every pile of horse, donkey, dog, poo-poo lately, and not enough grass.
How to get out of the poo-poo?
Get out of the
Poo-poo
poo-poo.
patch.
Get out of the poo-poo and get into the woo. I don't know.
All right, let's take a look. Well, you do know it's like Pisces, right? Right now, everybody astrologically is supposed to be clearing out the shadow, right? These until we have another week or 10 days to go of that. So I've been stepping in doo-doo too. So I think all of us have had a little poop on our shoes and trying to remember, oh, that old thing from before. I need to remind myself about that. So I'm sure we're all going to relate to your card. Okay, so I'm going to ask Spirit to say, okay, what does Gregory need to know about moving forward out of the challenging moments that the end of this astrological has brought, which will then possibly incur some. Yes, what the sunbeams have to show. Here we go. My face is not there. Is this correct?
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. So this is about illumination. So the best part about this is that okay, so let me give you a quick little story about that. It's gentle illumination on things needed in order to progress, right? Truth revealed when you're ready. Curiosity. Oh, Mark, everybody's seeing your face now. A flicker, a flickering of an important idea. So first of all, here's what this means to to you specifically, Gregory, but also for anybody else who've been feeling also a little challenged in the past, since the last full moon. So illumination is necessary for us to see what we need to acknowledge. So most importantly, Gregory, for you have to remember how far you've come. All right. Doo-doo is temporary. It can wash off the shoes, right? And remember, what is doo-doo? It is what is no longer needed. And I love that you mentioned the donkey and the horse and the dog, because it is, what am I loyal to is the dog. The horse is, what am I not allowing help with? Right. And the donkey is a carrier animal, right? So what don't I want to carry with me anymore? So those are the three things that all of us could be looking at right now and just saying oh, wow, look how far I've come, because I'm not going to respond the same way as I used to. So doo-doo, and I'm not sure everybody understands this, enables us to see, how quickly we can clear it, and how far we've come when we recognize the stuff we don't need, that is just right, that it's like excrement, is what that is, right? It's like it's unneeded, it's let go of, etc. So, and you go, I don't need this. So I've revisited some of these things, and now I can say no more. So here's what this card says. There are times in life when you get momentary glimpses of possibilities, and you know that if you don't act on them right away, they disappear like fireflies in the night. Yet, like soft sunbeams flickering on the surface of still water, the awareness of those possibilities is nonetheless soothing and comforting. They serve to remind you of the magic of the natural world, and also the impermanence of things. Like, so doo-doo is impermanent, right? Difficulties don't last forever. And they come to capture your attention. Something is flickering in your awareness now. There's some idea, some niggling thought, some intuitive tingling, calling for your attention. Do not discard or deny it. This is the spark of inspiration asking for you to follow it into a greater radiance. Now is the time for exploration, for gaining clarity, as the important pathways to your destiny are being illuminated and celebrated. Ask to be shown, and it will be done. What the sunbeams have to show is your next step forward, never revealing the entire staircase. This actually applies to that other girl earlier too. Just one step at a time. Follow the light. Trust in the divine. This is the brilliant way of the highest good. And nowhere does it say deny the shadow, right? Like, this is a time of discarding, of remembering, like, wow, this isn't what I do anymore. See this thing stuck to my shoe? No, I've done that already. See what I'm saying? So it's like the next step forward comes from the place that you have said to yourself, this is how far I've come. Make sense?
Yes, yes.
All right.
I like that phrase, gentle illumination.
Right?
That sticks.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming
much
to
for
the
that. Appreciate
party. I love you, Gregory.
Yeah.
This is so great. Okay. I just love doing readings. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yay. Thank you, everybody. And it is for coming on screen. And I hope many of you got a cleat on. We're going to be giving stuff away now, and then we're going to coming right back. So, and this is, by the way, what we do twice a month, although I do talk to dead people too, in the Oracle Circle membership at something called Spirit Jam. So you guys are getting a little glimpse of what that's like. I do card readings, coaching, readings, and dead people talking. Anyway, time for a giveaway. Meep. Woohoo!
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just fell asleep there. Let's go.
You did. Woo!
All right.
All
giveaway
right, all
time.
right, all right. Okay.
All right, Colette, I have a couple of winners
Let's
here.
hear who they are.
Everybody's a winner, actually, but
No.
these people get a prize.
Get a prize.
Okay, so we have Joy Clarkson.
Joy Clarkson. Woo!
Yeah, and then we also have Dale Lapre.
Dale Lapre gets a, oh my gosh, you guys each of you get a card deck. Even if you've bought the card deck, you can give one away as a present. All right, we're so excited. And don't forget to contact Team CBR at ColetteBaron-Reid.com for information on how to claim it and how we are going to ship it to you. So great. Now it's time to do some more readings.
All right.
This is so fun.
All right, yes.
I'm having the time of my life. I hope you guys are having fun too. Goes by fast. Oh, don't. There we go.
Oh, I have to stop showing something.
You have to stop showing something in order.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
There we go. You can show me and the people.
Okay.
All right,
yes.
let's get some. Ooh, I could just, it's too much cleavage. All righty then. Let's get my people. Let's get 3 more readings up here. 3 more people. And Mark, I think you might want to switch my screen. I'm just helping you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have so much to do on this.
I know you should have a prize. I'm telling you. I'll take you out to lunch after. How's that?
Oh,
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Stephanie. Stephanie Bland, far from it.
Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to see you.
So
Okay.
excited to see you.
Did you hear
I
what
can't
she
believe
said?
my screen is actually working.
Are you
It goes in and out sometimes. So
Oh,
Yeah.
you're working. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you say, Mark?
She said her name is Stephanie Bland, but far from it.
Far from it. From Stephanie. Oh
yes, he
my God.
got
I
it.
love that. I love that line. Okay. So Stephanie, what is your question?
My question is, honestly, like anyone else, just what the universe wants me to know, but more so spiritually.
Spiritually. Okay, great. So
Yeah.
let's look at your I just want to ask, 7 years ago, was there a big loss that put you on this path or put you on around 7 years ago? I would go back to
It wasn't so it wasn't 7 years ago. So '06, my dad was murdered, but I can say 7 years ago I was diagnosed with MS.
Thank you. I'm going to say, because 7 years ago was a big marker, and I'm sorry for your dad's
No
passing.
worries.
But he's probably the one making the screen go like that. You
What
never
are you
know.
doing?
Never know. Yeah, because I feel like 7 years ago you were tested, and that made you have to even triple down on your spiritual, you know what I mean, on your path.
Yes. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, so let's see. What do the Dreamweavers have to say to you about your spiritual growth? Ooh, 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 I love this card for this answer. Okay. When the ones you need fly close.
Oh.
So spirituality, you asked something very specific about your spiritual path. On a spiritual path, we attract other people on similar paths, right? Like that is like, you don't do this as in isolation. Spirituality, your own personal evolution, comes with recognizing that people in spirit, people in real life, like, you know what I mean, people in the body, etc., somehow find you, or you find them when you need them. And in the past, I would even say just before your dad's demise, like, you know, because it was an untimely demise, I would have said since the early 2000s, you wouldn't have trusted that, right? Necessarily that the right people would be there, that you would be at the right place at the right time, that somehow there was always an expectation that the other shoe was going to drop. And then of course your dad was murdered and you had all this other stuff go on too, which that wasn't the isolated thing, right? That was one of many things, like, which we won't talk about right now. So what I'm going to say to you is that you had to start trusting in spirit about 7 years ago, but now people will show up for you. Like today, right? Like today, you got on today and you got me, right?
Yes.
I'm here for you, right? You called on spirit and say, show me. So now I'm going to read the card. So you have to trust that, like today, I mean, it's random. There are thousands of people here. There's not, you know, it's not like there's only 10 of you. So spirit picked you to be reminded that you are not alone on this journey. So it's card number 43. And now I'm going to read it. Soulmates, important relationships, friendships, and allies, positive community, help comes when you need it. There are moments in life where you recognize the soul family you've chosen to experience life with, and you can include me in that because here we are together, right? Often they feel so familiar. It's like, you know, you've traveled with them before. Now, some stay for a lifetime. You might find a true partner to commit to, or friendships that you grow old with through thick and thin. Some come into your life with wild passion, calling you to fall madly in love and think you found the one true partner. And when this type of relationship doesn't last, you end up heartbroken and confused. These situations are potent invitations to discover your patterns so you can heal and become a more expanded, healthier version of yourself. Don't withdraw and simply blame others for your pain. No, and I know that you have already done that. That's just reminding you, no matter the outcome or the period of time it lasts, your connections are all meaningful, and they have been meaningful. It's how we all learn and grow. It's how we find courage to be intimate, to change, and to discover who we really are. Right now, be grateful for the beautiful connections you have made in this journey so far called life. Oh, I want to give you a hug. The universe knows the dream weavers pulled the threads of fate to draw you together to explore what it means to be human, to have a heart, and to know love in all of its forms. And when the ones you need fly close, it's a reminder that love is here for you. Be grateful for the people in your life who make you feel safe and seen, and whom you can laugh with right now, because they are all emissaries of the divine. For your spirituality is with people. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
You are so welcome. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Part of the gift of MS, right? There's a gift, and every illness and every challenge is a gift. And it is a reminder that it is not your job to hold up the planet. It is not your job to do all the work for all the people. It is not your job to be the sole supporter and the one who takes on everyone's stuff. It's really important to put yourself first and to know that that's the right thing to do. I'm going to give you a big hug, and so is everybody else. Mwah! Love you, love you, love you, and thank
Love
you
you
so
as
much
well.
for
Thank you
coming
so much.
today, Stephanie. Not
Thank
bland.
you. Our
Bye, honey. Oh, that was so meaningful. That was so meaningful. It's so true when you think about it. Bring up the next person, Mark or Elizabeth. When you think about that, when you ask about spirit and yet it talks about people, it's so true. And who do we have here?
Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi.
How are you?
Nervous. I can't believe it.
Isn't this great? I love it. It always means, yeah, and I believe spirit picks the people. Like my team doesn't look at anybody's names; they just go plunk with their finger. So and we all pray, like let spirit pick the right people. So Karen, you're the right people today. What
Great.
is your question?
You know, before she goes, Colette,
What?
you know what this reminds me of?
What?
We used to go on tour with well, say her name,
Sylvia Brown. Yes, she used to give people
And
had.
you did like 200 cities, and there'd be thousands of people
Yeah.
in the audience, and you get one person that would come up and you do a reading, and everybody would be so engrossed by what you'd be telling them, and they'd have all the cledons.
Cledons, I know. It's like everybody gets a reading when one person's getting a reading. It's so true. So Karen, please tell me your question.
Love. It's
Love.
just
Okay, let's
eluding
look at-
me.
Is love eluding you? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I can't. I've been doing the online dating, and it's just not going well.
You know, I had to kiss a lot of frogs before I got to the prince. Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah, frog kissing is practice. Remember, you try them on
Yes.
like their shoes.
I try to
always say,
tell myself that, but
try men on like their shoes, honey. Not every pair is going to match all your outfits.
True.
Now, I'm making the assumption that this is a man. Okay, so I
Yes.
understand, and I should have asked first, but I'm intuitive, so I kind of knew. Okay, so let's take a look and see. What does Spirit want you to know about love? So you got to go. Before I tell you the card, okay, okay. No, Mark wants me to show the card. Okay, because he's
Down a little bit,
down,
back a little bit.
back.
All right, thank you.
Okay. What's called When You Feel the Magic Sing. But first, I want to talk about something. So, was your ex an alcoholic?
No,
Oh, who was that I'm connecting with?
my
then?
sister.
Oh, your sister. Okay, so your sister's the alcoholic. Okay, because I will say to you that I'm picking up that you've been influenced by the disease of alcoholism.
Well, both my parents too.
And your parents. Okay.
Yes.
So can we just go there for a minute first?
Uh-huh.
Because I might be picking up one of your parents have passed over. I know we're doing card readings today, not
Uh-huh.
mediumship. You do that my membership site, but I just
Which
want to
I'm
say
there,
to you,
yeah.
this is a reason why that there's a point, there's an expectation that you're not going to be safe. There's an expectation that there's going to be disappointment, and there's an because you have nothing to go on other than, even though your exes haven't been alcoholics, there have been control issues, lack of intimacy, betrayal, like all kinds of things where, you know what I mean? You had to walk on eggshells, and the list goes on. So
Mhm.
right now, this is telling us, when you feel the magic sing, is I'm going to say there's two things going on. One, And also your sister's an active alcoholic. Is that correct?
I have one that is, yes.
Is, right? That's
I
a
have two
big deal.
sisters, but she doesn't admit it.
Oh, come on, honey. We all know, right? This is
Yeah.
like what this is, right? And when you have a sibling, it's heartbreaking because you can't help them, you can't fix them, you can't do anything, and you basically do everything wrong, right? And you feel like there's nothing you can do. So you're impacted right now by this going on. So I need you to be aware that there's a bunch of lists of things that come along with that prevent us from actually allowing ourselves to be vulnerable with somebody new. So you're not doing anything wrong. And I believe 1,000% you will meet that right partner, but there's a bit of work that needs to be done ongoing, which is I need to start looking at my family issues because the patterns that are there it's basically, you will connect with somebody who will bring you into the same dynamic, which will end in, it's not going to happen. It can be prevented, but you have to be aware that relationships are impacted by the disease of alcoholism and you're impacted by that. So when you feel the magic sing is a good sign because it says the aha moment you are on the right track. Hope is real. It's not BS. It's not like you're never going to meet that person, right? It's like you're being cared for. Your partnership with spirit is true. You are not alone. And the situation that you're in right now is for a higher purpose. And I think just me bringing up the addiction piece is something just the ahas, like I need to look at this too. It doesn't mean you stop looking for the right partner. It's that you need to be aware that certain things are going on. So at the moment where the light bulb in your mind goes on, your heart goes ding and time stands still. That's what's going to happen when you meet the right guy. And you are going to meet them, okay? For sure. Suddenly a bright light reveals something hidden that you've been looking for, but you didn't know it. When you feel the magic sing, you know your connection to source, to the love of the universe. In that one timeless moment, you realize that time can stretch beyond what you ever thought possible, and you're given an expanded view and a second chance. Okay, so then I'll give you some advice about the dating thing. More of you is available for whatever it is you need to experience. This is access to more than before, and likely you're not going to know how any of this happened when it does happen. Now is the time to remember a moment like this in your life and be ready for it to happen again. So I want you to go back in time, like I call that a synchronicity timeline, and think back to that one moment, even if it was a partner that ended, where you just knew this was the step forward. You just knew, but you didn't make it happen. So we want you to rehearse it. So it's a beautiful feeling. Use this moment wisely. Be conscious of distractions. When you feel the magic sing and your intuition pings you, this is a time to receive, expand, and rejoice. So even if all I'm telling you today and the only thing you got out of that card was don't give up, right? But I will also suggest that you read a book called Adult Children of Alcoholics. And you can buy it on Amazon. That's all it's called. Adult Adult Children of Alcoholics.
Yeah, I've been to lots of meetings and.
Are you already in it?
Well, no, I've gone with my sister, the one that, does go to meetings.
No, this isn't for, oh, you went to ACA with her. Okay. No, this is just for you and about how relationships are impacted, just for you to read it, not about her. Keep her out of the, no, right? This isn't about her because then you're making it about her. This is about, oh, I want something different. So I'm not going to do these things that it says I'm naturally going to do because I don't have any other way of picking. I always said my picker was broken and I needed a new one.
Well, see, I feel like that too.
And I got on my knees. I know how I met my husband because I am an alcoholic. So I've been clean and sober 37 years. I had addiction in my family, the whole 9 yards. And I kept picking wrong. And finally, one day I got on my knees and went, okay, my picker is broken. I'm going to keep on doing this. You pick for me. Honest to God, this is what I'm going to tell you to do too. Learn a little bit more about how you get impacted and then just surrender and say, God, whatever, you pick it for me. I'm not going to pick. And I swear to God, he landed in my lap a year later to the day, bam. And I was like, what do I do with this? And there it was, completely like no one I'd ever dated, whatever. You're not going to have to wait a year. That's my sense. So please don't quit. You might have seen, don't give up. That person is waiting for you. It's just about saying no to what you don't want to repeat and yes to something that's unknown to you yet. Once you get that's the aha. I want to feel like I've never felt before. And then the magic will sing. Okay?
Great. Thank
Ah.
you.
Thank you, Karen. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Next reading.
Nope, that's it.
Is that it? Oh,
That was 3 readings.
was it? Oh my gosh, I could just do that all day. Okay, now we're going to do a meditation, I promised you. So let's get the meditation music going.
Hold on.
Gosh, it's going so fast, but look at that. It's not. It's an hour. So let's get to the meditation for everyone. It's going to be a short one, but I want you to imagine you're going to meet the Dreamweavers and I'm going to take you there. Whew. Okay, so just sit comfortably in your chair. Ideally, you're going to have your feet hip length, just naturally on the floor. And I'd like you to take a deep breath and close your eyes. And I'm going to lead you into a mystical realm. So imagine we are starting to walk on a beautiful white sandy beach. Way and a beautiful angel waiting at the doorway to show you how to get in. For you are now going to journey deep into a cave. There are torches lighting up the cave, and all the walls are made of crystal. And there is a staircase. And you're moving deep, deep into the depths of the Crystal Mountain, into an ancient cave. And all of a sudden, you come into this beautifully lit cavern, and on the walls, carved into the walls, sparkling, illuminated, are pictures, pictographs. And they tell a story. They tell a story of these benevolent beings called the Weavers, who helped the universe come into existence. They are emissaries of the divine, and they are older than time. And you can see how they playfully helped the universe come to life. And they faded from our knowledge and our wisdom. We began to forget them over time. And that's okay. They didn't need us to remember them. They've just always been there helping. Helping the angels, helping our dreams come true, helping ensure that life on this earth and in the different dimensions are in service to something greater and higher. Now you can see them peeking in and out of these beautiful carvings. And they have a message. Put your hand on your heart, if you're able. Your hand on your heart. And be honest with yourself of a dream that you have for your life. Doesn't matter how big or small. Doesn't matter. Because the minute you are inspired, it means that that dream is of spirit. And it exists in its entirety already the minute you say, yes, this is my dream. Now, you may not know the form, and you may not know the how of how it will be created, but a silver thread connects you to the stream. And the weavers take your thread that has always been there, and they begin to weave it into the fabric of reality. The form of which will be a surprise, the timing of which will be divine, the truth of which is already in motion. In this moment, we say thank you to the Dreamweavers, thank you. And they've given us a deck of cards to work with so that we can be in communication with them and that they will help us. But now it's time to come back, bringing your consciousness back into your body, trusting. And if you don't trust, maybe be willing to trust that something good is in store for you. In spite of all the chaos in the world, the dreams of the Dreamweavers and you are still true. Okay. Here we go. All righty. So I hope you enjoyed that. We have time for a few questions. Actually, Mark, did you have any questions? I think, do we have time for some? Couple?
Yeah, of
Because I don't want to
course,
keep
my
people.
questions. Our team has not put the questions.
Yeah, they did
into-
for me.
They did for you?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The one question is, can I use this deck together with any of your other decks? Yes, you can. All of my Oracle decks, which I only discovered after 2 or 3 of them, actually work together as a team. So you absolutely can pull a card from the Dreamweavers Oracle and then pull a card from one of my other decks too. They work really well together and they speak and give you different perspectives of the same answer. It's so cool. And the other question that came in was, is the deck used upside down? And I mentioned it earlier, so you must have come in late, that this deck is always used upright. The 44 cards are all used upright. And Elizabeth, is there one more question?
Yeah, I think maybe we should let people know if you have a question
You
for
get to answer.
Colette,
Yeah, oh, here it
not,
is.
Not a reading, not a question
No,
about
a question
a reading.
about the deck you
about
can
the
ask, or how to
deck,
use
or,
it.
Yeah, how to
And
use it.
I wrote quite an extensive guidebook and made it really easy to show you what kind of spreads you can use. And the easiest spreads are 1, 2, or 3 card spreads.
Okay. We're just looking at people.
Oh,
All right. So you know what? Well, let's do something a little bit different. Let's give away Joel's prints while all the
yes,
questions
let's give
come
away
in.
Joel's print.
While all the things come in. So let me
Awesome.
bring this. Okay. All right. Let's do that, Colin.
Okay, so do you have their names?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what are the names of the print?
Okay. Why don't you read this little thing here?
Okay. It's the moment many of you have been waiting for. I wrote myself something to say. We are announcing the winners of the 5 signed prints of the Dreamweavers Oracle card artwork by the amazingly gifted and talented and famous Joel Nakamura. My team selected the winners at random from all of you who pre-ordered and bought the deck over the last few weeks, including those of you who had bought the deck in the past few minutes. So who are the lucky winners?
All right,
Woo!
I just love this game show thing, so I'll do my game show voice. All right, Colette, the 5 winners of, and this is a really cool print. It's the cover of the art
It's gorgeous.
of the on the front of the card deck, and it's a beautiful print, and it's very decent size. Anyway, the 5 winners are, and remember, you're all winners, but these are just the winners of these amazing prints. All right. So the first winner is Carol Quigley.
Carol Quigley, you got a print signed by Joel Nakamura. Yay.
Then we have Tammy Gunther.
Tammy Gunther, you're the next winner of the beautiful art by Joel Nakamura.
Then we have Kelly Fowler.
Kelly Fowler, woohoo!
All right, and then we've got a Paulette States.
Colette or Paulette?
Paulette with a P.
Paulette States, woohoo! You got a prize.
And the last but not least, the most wonderful of them all, and Dylan.
And Dylan, yay, everybody. All right, my team are going to contact you about how to claim your prize, but remember you call Team CBR at ColetteBaron-Reid.com, and they will know exactly who you are because we have your names and we know who you are. So to send you the beautiful art print. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for joining me to celebrate the release of my new deck. Please, I need a favor from all of you. When you get your deck, please, please, please write me a review on Amazon. Take pictures of it on Instagram. It would mean so much to me, especially since I went into a brand new direction. It's a whole new thing for me too this time, and it would be so meaningful. I tend not to ask. Anyway, and don't forget, if you haven't bought your copy yet, you still can go to ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweaver to claim your free bonus journaling prompts and the I Am Grace meditation and music album. So thank you, everybody. And don't forget, no thanking me.
No, thank
No,
you, Colette.
what happens?
We said let's go back to the questions now.
Oh, the questions now. Okay, let's go back to the questions now. We're not going yet.
Yes. keep going.
Okay,
All right. So,
what are the questions?
All right. You want
Sorry.
me to read them too?
Yes, please.
Okay. What was your message from Spirit for this deck?
Oh, so I had quite a few messages for the deck, but the main message for this was that we are loved, and that we aren't alone. That was the other one. The reason the Dreamweavers showed up, their mythology showed up, was to remind us that we are not alone. That in times of great change and chaos, we tend to think we're alone, and that is the real main message, that we're not alone, and that Spirit is always helping us, and that even if we get a little out of alignment, we can always get back on track, that we always get a second chance.
All right. Nice. Will you be doing another Oracle Palooza?
Oh, hell yeah.
And this,
oh, yes, we are.
and this is this year's theme.
This
will
is
be
the theme,
Dreamweaver.
will be the Dreamweavers Oracle. So you'll really get in deep with the Dreamweavers Oracle at Oracle Palooza. Yes, we are. You'll stay tuned for the dates.
Yes. Okay. So are all of your decks read upright?
No, quite a few of my decks, and I go by each deck, what it tells me it wants. So, like, for example, the first deck I did, Wisdom of Avalon, was only read upright. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, the next deck, was read upright in reverse. Same with the next one. So once in a while, I will do an only upright deck, and the decks tell me. I tried to do it my way, and it doesn't work. So, yeah, so no. Not all of them. You have to actually figure out which one, because I tell you that in the guidebook instructions, this is read upright, this is read in protection or in alignment, etc. Yeah, so every deck is different.
All right. The next question is, can I use this deck with a tarot deck?
Yes, you absolutely can. And you can use tarot decks with my Oracle decks anyway. So I like mixing. I'm a mixer. So I'm an innovator, a mixer. I will do a tarot reading and then I'm going to confirm it, or I'll do the opposite. I will do this Oracle reading and then I'll confirm it with a tarot. So yeah, you can totally mix them.
All right. I'm going to answer this one because I know it. What is the link to use the digital deck until mine comes in the mail? Well, that
beautiful.
answer is ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweaver, the same page that you would pre-order or order the deck with.
You scroll down and you can use it as many times as you want every day.
Yes.
Really get to
fantastic.
know the deck, because it's got a very different vibe than any of my other decks, and it's so timely. It was really made for our times now.
Okay, next question. How is this deck different or similar to the Shaman's Dream deck?
Well, the artwork is very different, and the artwork is hand painted. This deck is all hand painted. I'm no longer, well, at this point, I'm not doing digital art anymore. So the art on the Shaman's Dream was digital. So my artist did digital art. So this is all hand painted, and the messages are different. So the Shaman's Dream was based on the shaman's archetype, which was the Jungian archetype of the shaman's journey. And so you're going to have different types of archetypal imagery in that one. This is like totally different. The only thing they have in common is the word dream. So, we dream the world into being is very much a shamanic concept. And this one is, these are the dream weavers that help us dream the world into being.
All right. I've got, I'm seeing so many questions go
That's
by
great.
here, and like there's stuff, will the print ever be available for sale? I don't know.
We don't know. We actually own all the art now. We decided to invest in the collection because it was so beautiful. So we have to decide that, Mark and I, whether or not we are going to have limited edition prints or giclées. So I'm going to say likely there will be. We just haven't figured it out yet how that's going to go.
All right. And here we got, when you wrote the guidebook, did the Dreamweavers speak to you? Do you channel the meanings?
So I'm going to talk about channeling. I channel every time I write an Oracle deck. I can always tell when I'm thinking too much because I have to redo it. So, and I want you to understand that the Dreamweavers are a myth. Now, whether they're real or not is not important. It's that their essence is real. So they exist to me. And so they give me the concepts. In other words, I download the concepts. It's not like I came up with them intellectually. They're gifted to me. And I'm like, oh, is this how I have to do it? So yeah, it is like channeling, but it's not like I'm channeling the Z's like my friend Lee Harris. He has the Z's, or even when I heard Fred that I talked about, that chorus of voices that I talked about in my book Uncharted. But yes, the essence of the Dreamweavers came to me. They came to me and they were really chatty. From the cave. That's why I brought you to the cave. So it was that way. And then when I sat down to write them, they came to me lyrically. They speak like songs. That is how I hear them. They sing to me. They're more like singing, talking, picture making.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah. And I can attest to that. Like
Yeah.
just sit there for hours and hours, just like eyes half open, just
My eyes half open.
meditating and just, yeah. Okay, next question. How do we join your Oracle Circle?
Oh, we can post a link. Are they allowed to join? Can we let them?
Yeah, we'll let
Yeah,
them
we
in.
can let
If you
them in.
guys want to join, come on
If
in.
anybody wants to join OCM, where we get to do this twice a month for 90 minutes, 2 times a month, you can go to cbrlove.com, and then you can learn about it and see if that's something you'd like to do, but we will welcome you in. It's $22 a month.
Yeah. Okay, great. Someone did ask if this recording would be available in the Oracle Circle membership, and yes,
in the
it will
Oracle
be.
Circle, it
As
will
a
be.
matter of fact, it's streaming there right
Yeah,
now.
everybody in the Oracle Circle is watching.
Yeah. Okay. And
It's a
lots of
very
people saying,
special place.
OCM is awesome. That's
OCM
one of
is
the big
awesome.
things. Yes. Okay. Next question. How do we do a typical cleansing of the cards before using the deck?
So really, it's up to you. When you said, how do we do a typical cleansing? So it's different for everybody. And I really like a more egalitarian way or democratic way of letting you decide how you want to do it. But just know they're a sacred tool. So if you have a ritual altar, you put them on the altar. I sometimes do a whole thing with the full moon, even like cleansing it on the full moon. Alberto and I talked about how the shaman do it, where they tap it or they knock on the deck and go. So there's so many different ways. I just want you to know that you did something. I will put a crystal also on it, right? I'll put a quartz crystal on it or an amethyst crystal on it. Sometimes a Herkimer diamond on it. Depends. Citrine, if I want to get information about manifesting. So there's so many different ways. It's really hard for me to tell you one, but I always like to make it a sacred act when I open the box and I pray and just say, please let this be only for the highest good, and then say thank you.
Yeah. And I think Sure, we were supposed to record it yesterday, but I think there's a invocation meditation we're doing for this card.
Oh,
deck.
we are? Okay, there you go.
Yes.
We're going to be doing something that I didn't do.
Yes.
You'll get one. There
We're-
you.
We were bad people. We were
No,
supposed
we were.
to
You.
do
My husband
it.
had a cold.
No, I was.
You can't
I
do
was.
everything.
I'm not gonna cough here, but yeah.
No.
Okay. What I think
that's
you
it.
want to keep all too okay. I don't want to keep you all too long. I
Yes.
think that's it. Like questions are coming by, but I can't pick them out. Our teams just
We have to let them go to lunch. Listen,
Yes.
everybody, we love you very, very much.
hold on, Colette. Let's not rush this.
Okay.
Make sure we do end this up right. Why don't you talk about the
Share it
Yeah.
on social media.
yes, that
Okay.
again. Yes.
So yes, a favor, please. So we would love it, love it, love it, love it if you would go on social media and share your a deck or a card reading that you did. It would mean a lot to us. And of course, to go to Amazon and share your experience with the deck, and hopefully it'll be good. It would really mean a world to me. And that's it. And I just really hope that you will enjoy this.
Read the whole thing.
Okay, and then if you haven't bought your copy yet, go to ColetteBaron-Reid.com/Dreamweaver, and you also can claim your free bonus journaling prompts and my I Am Grace meditation and music album. So
Which is phenomenal. Like,
Thank
That
you.
alone is the price of the deck. So
yeah, it's true. It is. It is. So everybody, we love you. I'm going to say goodbye. We got to go eat. And really, thank you so much. And all of you, thank you so much, so much for showing up here and for allowing me to do some readings for you. We really do hope that you enjoy today and enjoy your deck when you get your deck and play with it on my website. Take care. Bye, everybody. Oh, more holding on.